Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Well, you could probably already tell by the title that I am really liking this knife. And we're going to be talking about the Kansept entity here today. One of the ones that Kansept recently set out to check out, and by far my favorite Kansept knife to date. Couple different reasons why, but let's just get into it. One of the big reasons I like this knife so much, and got little trails on there from me carrying it, but it is a silicone carbided titanium handle. Now, you're a lot smarter than I am, at least I hope you are, and know exactly the whole thing but behind the silicone carbided, but it just gives it a really nice, interesting texture to the handle that provides a really good grip. Now, total honesty, I'm not usually big on the whole speed hole, the holes in the scale thing, but I like this coating so much. I really just overlook it, to be perfectly honest with you. I really do. I'm just in love with this handle. Now, there's actually a few different types of this. They've actually got two different blade styles of the entity. You've got the drop point here that I'm going to show you, and then they also kind of have a clip point version. Now, this is a design. This is a design by Nalu Knives, Nalu. So very cool. We'll see that here in a minute. But I mean, full titanium construction. Nice, pretty deep carry pocket clip. Now, Kansept, I gotta say, come on with those recessed screws in a pocket clip. Come on now. Now, it is right hand tip up carry only. I'm sorry, lefties. I know, I try, but not on this one. I'm sorry. Centering is very well done, and the texturing on the handle, or fit and finish, I should say, is just very well done. Very well done. And there's nothing, you do have a back spacer there. It's probably, maybe a third, 30% of, but pretty open. But definitely digging the clip, frame lock, as you can see there. Obviously, you're getting a little bit of a look there at the Nalu knives. Flipper, for sure. The detent, this might be what I would call a near perfect detent for me. Obviously, my opinion, we're going to be different in that aspect, but golly, that detent is nice. Action, pretty darn sweet as well. Now, there you go. Now, like I said, this is kind of the drop point. Again, I'm liking the landing pad, the notch, there in the spine, the landing pad for the thumb. I'm liking that. I know it breaks up the lines. It does. But it is super comfortable. It just gives me, and my thumb hits it just perfectly, that it gives me a perfect landing pad. And you do have some jimping back here. Now, my thumb's a little bit far back, but if I just relax and put my hand, you just see my thumb just slides right into that. May not be your thing. I get it. I'm not sure I would always want one on my knives, to be perfectly honest with you. But sort of a forced grip, relaxed grip, God, my thumb just falls right in there. Really nice. Now you've got kind of this black coated, kind of it's not really a stonewashed blade. Yeah, they call it stonewashed. If it is, it's really light. They do call it a stonewash blade, but it's a really light stonewash. You can kind of look at it there. Yeah, it is, I guess. But it's just really light. Really light. Love the blade. Now, you do have a sharpening trail there. No finger trail. Choking up, for me on this one, is not a thing. I am way into that blade. So it won't be choking up. Do I need to choke up? Not a bit. It's probably going to be Well, natural grip, it's going to be a little bit more than that 3.5, probably more towards 3 3/4, maybe even more closer to 4. But golly, my hand just fits in there so very nicely. But all right, let's see. I mean, you guys already know I am really digging this knife. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 inches. Fully open, you're looking at about a 4.5-inch handle. Now, grip length, yeah, your grip length is going to stretch out to right about 4 inches. But from point to point, it's even less than 3.5 because my pinky rests about right here. So point to point in here is really only about 3 inches. But I don't feel cramped at all. It gives me a nice resting area. And this, I mean, it just lays on there. No issues whatsoever. Really like the way it feels in hand. I can't stress that enough. Here's your size comparison with the PM2. Obviously, you know, it's pretty close. It's pretty close. PM2's got it by just a hair on the handle. Blades are pretty darn close. PM2's got it by just a hair on the handle. Then, of course, we'll throw the bug out. And, of course, I do have, you've already seen the review on this one, but I'll throw the Pelican back out there because I really do like the Pelican as well. You know, this one's a little bit more of a Tanto blade, a little bit smaller, and that one is right in that 3.5. So, you know, I'm digging that. But a little bit larger, but I like it. I like it a lot. I cannot stress that enough. But all right, let's get a weight on it. See how much it weighs. Got a little bit of weight to it. 5 ounces. Not bad. Our friends across the pond, 144 grams. Let's see here. I need to wash my rag. I dusted my windowsill when I opened the window, and it's a little dusty. Definitely disappears. I mean, you have just a tiny bit sticking up there. Little bit poking out there. All around. Well, wow, that was even a serious misflip, and it even came open. There you go, with authority. Now, there you go. Like I said, you do kind of have your speed holes here. That's about really your only weight reduction that I can tell. Your scales are pretty flat on the inside. Contouring, if it is, it's very slight. Looks like you could have just a slight bit of contour on it. You do have a little bit, just a little, not a lot. But overall, well, yeah. The colorway, they let me pick the colorway. Love this, the black blade with the, you know, the kind of the darker titanium handle. And then that little pop, just a little pop of that kind of goldish brass, bronze, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. I love the design, love the way Kansept executed Nalu knives design. Yes, by far, this is my favorite Kansept knife to date. And a lot of it has to do with the coating on the handle. Yeah, ergonomically, the clip, I can kind of feel the clip a little bit. Nothing that I would, you know, rant about or anything like that. I kind of know it's there, right there a little bit, and just a tiny bit up there. But no issues. I'm not calling it a hot spot, nothing like that. This just fits my hand so very well. And, you know, it gives me a little bit of vibes, you know, maybe some older ZT vibes or something like that. No, I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just, that's the kind of vibe I get from it overall. But I'm just, yeah, really, yeah. That's a really nice knife. Very happy, very happy I got the opportunity to check this one out. Now, this one sells for right about 186. Like I said, there's, what is there? There's 2 versions. Well, there's kind of 2 versions of each colorway, if you will. You have the satin blade with the bead blasted titanium handle. You kind of have the clip and the drop point. Then you have a Damascus blade with a black handle, and it's the silicone carbided titanium handle on that one, and you have the clip point and the drop point, and then you have the black blade, this handle right here, and that has, you know, a clip point and a drop point in that as well. And they are all, well, what's the Damascus? Actually, the Damascus is less. It's 183. So there you go. The titanium ones, the non-Damascus ones are 186. The two Damascus knives are 183. So that's what you're gonna pay for those. So by far a fantastic knife. So glad I chose this one to check out. Absolutely 100%. Thank you again, Kansept, for sending these out. Absolutely love them. Thank you guys for stopping by and checking it out with me today. The Kansept Entity, designed by Nalu Knives. Very cool. Thank you so much, guys. As always, like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to you. Until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.